Hi, my name's Wayne Janse van Rensburg, and I'm the CEO of the LearnDirect Digital Group. If I'm perfectly honest with you, I didn't really choose this career path. It kind of chose me. When I was finished my A-levels, I didn't really know what to do, so I went to university and studied business studies. Completed my degree, still wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, but I kind of had an inclination that I thought I'd like to be a lawyer or an accountant. So I did a master's in law and accountancy, and kind of as I was progressing through that, I still wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So for that reason, I kind of tried working in the accountancy profession. It wasn't for me. I just a normal 9 to 5 just didn't fit in with how I wanted to work. And actually at the time, my mother and father had a business. So I went back and worked in the family business, and essentially from that point, became a business owner and CEO and just grew the business from there. I guess the most interesting fact is the fact that actually I come from a long line of people that have been involved in distance education. So my grandfather actually had what was called at the time a correspondence college, and they used to send your course materials out to you via post. So everything was done by the post. My mom and dad then sort of began to transform that business into an online education business where it was weighted sort of more heavily towards online education as opposed to postal education. And then I took it over from them and essentially moved it to a fully online business. I guess for me, it was probably about 8 or 9 years ago where I was kind of working. It was a pretty normal day, and I was just staring at my computer and just had a sort of a, dare I say it, a moment of clarity where I realized that really what I wanted to do was to grow a business and create a really big business, and that business really excited me. And I guess ever since that moment, I've never really done it for sort of any other reason but just to keep growing and keep making things bigger. I think one of the main qualities you need as the CEO of a business is you need to be adaptable. So there's no real 2 days that are ever the same, and every day there's a new challenge. So you'll come into business one day and things are going great, and then just suddenly something will change. So you need to be adaptable, and you need to be able to essentially solve problems on the flip of a coin. So for me, I mean, if I had to look at the qualities, I think it's your adaptability, it's your ability to solve problems, and really it's your ability to put solutions in place and get those over the line. I think the biggest obstacle for anyone, and certainly for myself as a CEO, is resilience. And what we face is a significant number of challenges. And I know throughout my own career, certainly as we've grown the LearnDirect brand, we've had to deal with a lot of challenges in bringing the business round, and sometimes some of the decisions that need to make are particularly challenging. For instance, when you have to right-size a business and then grow a business up. But I mean, it's all about resilience really, and it's your ability to kind of deal with the problems, move on from the problems, and learn from the problems. And I think whilst there's been no real particular challenge, the challenge really is the ability to adapt, change, and grow. No one ever believes me when I tell them this story, but when I was 16, I said my grandfather had a correspondence college, and actually he managed to get a deal with the precursor of LearnDirect. So weirdly enough, LearnDirect has always been a part of my life, and it was just a weird, opportune moment, a bit of the right place at the right time. I don't necessarily believe that life is about luck, but you make your own luck. And it was just one of those moments where I had the opportunity to acquire LearnDirect, and it still is the biggest known brand in online education, certainly vocational education. And for me, it was just the obvious next step. LearnDirect still has so much potential. The classic "we haven't even started yet." The exciting thing is we currently operate in about 13 sectors, and right now we're only operating typically within the UK and really mainly at levels 3 and level 4 of vocational training. For me, the future of learndirect is to operate in more specialist areas, to move to higher levels, sort of levels 5, 6, 7, so moving up to higher education. And the opportunity to operate outside of the UK gives us a fantastic opportunity to grow the business. So for me, it's all about how we build on the growth that we've achieved so far over the last sort of 3 or 4 years and really accelerate that over the coming 3 or 4 years into new jurisdictions, new areas of training and higher and lower levels of training. I think the key thing is resilience. For me, that's what it's all about. You know, you have to be able to get knocked down and pick yourself up and start again. And I think people underestimate the importance of that. And I think if I had to kind of say what is the main thing, I would say resilience is probably the biggest one. And closely behind that is the importance of doing it for yourself. You know, I see a lot of people that feel the need to social proof what they're doing. At the end of the day, you know, if you're going to go on this journey and if you're going to try and achieve, you know, business success or any other success in life, you really, in my opinion, need to do that because you want to do that, not because you feel a need to prove it to anyone else. And I think as soon as you've got the resilience and the fact that you're doing it for yourself, you can achieve anything you want.